Hey folks, it's Kat.Beanie and this is my long-term survival world. You'll see it after like and subscribe rainbow sort of shimmies back across the screen. There we go. So as you can see in the shulker book, there are a bunch of stuff. There's pistons, sticky pistons, chest, toppers, repeaters, redstone torches, etc, etc, etc. Now for those of you that are clued up on redstone, you might know what I'm about to build here. I'm going to be making a kelp farm. Now it's going to be an automatic kelp farm that not only breaks the kelp but smokes it as well and then puts it in a chest and yada yada. Now this is another farm done by JC Plays. I don't know who the original creator of the design was. I don't know if it was them or if it was someone else, or you know how redstone designs get about, so you can never authenticate who the original person is unless you have undeniable proof that, you know, there is no other evidence that anyone else did it first on any social media blah blah, blah platform except from them. But yes, anyway, I digress. So I'm trying to get better at doing redstone stuff. Now, I did do the flower farm in the Divergence episode. For those of you who are new, this is my long-term survival world. I have had this world for almost 5 years now. So obviously it started off at pre 1.19. I can't even remember what update I started it off in. It's like that long ago. But anyway, it's that old. I can still mine diamonds at Y11 in some areas, so you know I'm good. And like there's like bees above me in the house. That's why it looks like it's like sort of kind of like snowing inside, but it's just the pollen coming off the bee farm. I say bee farm, honey farm. I don't know. So yeah, making a little redstone clock to start off with. You will see me stop and start various times because I am checking the video that I'm watching as I'm doing this. And last time when I was making the flower farm, I did have to cut out because that was slightly more complicated. And like I'm sort of looking at the video on my phone going, alright, I need to do this. Like if anybody's copied like a tutorial from YouTube while in Minecraft, then you know what I'm talking about. You've done it yourself. You're sitting there going, right, I need to do that, and then pause, and then go back and right, I need to do that, and then go back and pause. And so, yeah, that is what I was doing, and sometimes you know, when you watch something but you don't actually watch it, and then you have to go back and watch it again because you were trying to concentrate on watching it, but for some reason your mind was like elsewhere. That's like, yeah, that's me. I do that all the damn time. So yeah, as far as I know, yeah, the redstone comes up over here, attaches to the pistons. Yeah. And then so the sand is going to be attached to the sticky pistons, and the sort of water and kelp is going to be in that bit there, and then the water's going to be running down, and there's going to be the signs to make it flow into the hoppers or whatnot. You'll see as it goes. I kind of got a grasp now of how it works, and I'm still not clued in to how exactly the redstone clocks work and, you know, how many clicks for whatever farm you're doing, but it's basically follow the it's like if you're building something from IKEA, just follow the very, very vague instructions. Don't ask questions, trust the process, and hopefully it works like magic when you're done. But, you know, but so far, I mean, I made the flower farm thing in the Divergence. Now, if you've not been here before, we do have a multiplayer survival realm me and a few of the other Divergents. There's 9 of us in total, and we run the realm called Divergence. That's why we're called Divergence. Over explaining things much, yeah. So yes, we've got an SMP which we run, so you can check out all the other Divergence links to their channel in the comment. If you're looking specifically for redstone type people, I'd probably say check out Buster Sharp and Amanchu, Amanchu's Java versus Minecraft channel, because so far, as far as I know, they two are like the best at redstone in the realm, and definitely not me. It's definitely not me. I mean, obviously, a few of the other Divergents are slightly more clued in to redstone than I am. I know Digging Truths. She is a Java girl on our Minecraft Bedrock SMP, so if you want to check out how she's coping with that, being, you know, predominantly a Java player in a Bedrock SMP, go check out her channel. And there's various other members of us, like there's Married in Minecraft, which consists of Major Madden and his wife Bad Rabbit, Adorable Ho, Sugar Skull, oh god, and Silly. I think that's everybody. It's difficult to remember everybody all the time when you're doing one of these things, like, oh yeah, by the way, go check out blah 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 blah. But yeah, I think I got them all. If I didn't get one of you guys and you're watching this, I'm sorry. Don't shout at me on the Discord. Also, if you would like to check out our Discord, our Reddit, our website, our all of that jazz, the links are down below. You can chat and talk to the other creators on the Discord, and as I said, a lot of us do put up videos. Some of us predominantly live stream, some of us predominantly make videos, some of us make videos and live stream, so you know, we're all a different breed of Minecraft player, hence the name Divergence, so feel free to check us out on there. I mean, I think I'm doing pretty well at this Kelp malarkey so far. It seems to be going okay. I mean, the whole stopping and starting bit does not make for great content, but you know, it is what it is. Pardon, I am really gassy. I don't even know why. I think it's because I just had like a coffee and because like I just had a baked potato with like beans. So yeah, that's probably why. But yeah, oh my god, I have had pretty decent sleep over the past few days, and you'd think that would make me less tired, but no. I am, for some reason, I feel more tired than I usually do. And maybe it's just like sleep trying to catch up with me. I have no idea, but I have been exhausted for the past few days. And for some reason, like, my legs were really sore yesterday. And I don't know why, because I didn't, like, there I'm thinking is like, but I didn't do a lot yesterday. But then maybe that's why, because I know, like, when you're not active enough, you're like, obviously your muscles sort of atrophy even a little bit, so when you go to use them again, they're just like, haha, napal. you didn't want us while we worked, now we don't work, and we ain't gonna work. So use them or lose them, folks. That's what they say, and it ain't no joke. I have like short muscles in my legs. It's a medical thing, so it doesn't matter how many stretches I do or exercises I do or what have you, whatever the hell it is. They ain't getting any longer, and it means if I walk too much or like do a lot of exercise, I'm gonna have really, really sore legs. So it's probably just that. Sorry if anybody can hear the clanky clank. I was just like drinking my juice. But yeah, it's getting along. So On top of the hoppers at the bottom, I need to put the smokers. So obviously the kelp is going to come from the sanded bit right at the top, and then the water's going to flow down that into the hoppers at the top and go into the double chests at the top, and then filter down through the hoppers at the bottom, get cooked by the smokers, and then into the chests at the bottom. But because the smokers cook the kelp slower than obviously it is being produced, if you leave it on for like a vast amount of time, you are going to have your system backed up, because obviously the smokers can only go so fast. Now, I don't really know how you would go about adapting the farm to combat that. The only thing I can think of is you'd have to have some sort of elaborate smoker chest combination, and you know, to maybe deal with some of the overflow. Like if you wanted enough kelp to, I don't know, raid a small country. But as you can see, that's the kelp in the bottom there. And this is hopefully going to be a lot better than my current kelp system, which I will show you guys later on, because it's very basic. Very basic. And I also have like a collection of smokers near the top of my base, which were there specifically for kelp, and I'm beginning to appreciate redstone the more and more I do it, and beginning to appreciate like farms and such the more and more I do them, because I have my very, very basic kelp growing area taking up all that space, and then I have my vast selection of smokers taking up a big lump of space, and then there's this farm that not only grows the kelp at super speed and breaks it and stores it and cooks it and, you know, all that sort of thing. Not only does it do that, but it does it in such a confined smaller space that obviously you don't need to use the other stuff. You don't need to take up all that space with all the other basic stuff. Now you see that redstone bit at the back there that I just passed? Yeah, that's where I currently keep all my kelp, and I'll go show you guys that like later on at the end of the video. But that's currently where my kelp is at, and obviously it's not a good solution in the least. Now I got a little bit confused at this bit with the video. I'm like thinking, oh, I need to put a bit over here and a bit over there. Like I think it screwed this bit up and put it on the side instead of putting it on the top, but I did bring more torches with me, so it wasn't really a big deal, and I had to go down and get it and jump back up and yada yada yada. But yeah, it was a bit of a pain, because then I had to put that block on there, and then it's like, right, how do I get up there to place other stuff on top? And then I ran out of cobblestone blocks, but I had these dirt blocks on me, and then it was just the whole thing. But yes, I did bring extra ladders with me, because it told me to bring like a couple of ladders, but I did bring extra, so at least I had them there, which I could just use at my convenience. So obviously the redstone's got to go up here and go to the back of these pistons. Pistons? I think these are the pistons. Yeah, so but I got really confused at this bit. I'm like looking at a video and look at the thing, I'm like trying to figure out why you have to stack the torches and blocks on top of the torches and blocks the way that you do for redstone. Like, I don't understand it myself, but it is what it is. That's what you gotta do. So, as I said, it's like those silly makeup videos. Trust the process and hopefully it works out in the end. I thought stick some ladders there and then I'll be able to get up and down pretty easily. Apparently the trapdoors are there at the top so that for if whatever reason your kelp breaks, you can just like open the trapdoor easily and like place more kelp down and job done. I mean, I can't see any reason why the kelp at the bottom would break, but you know, I could write a book on the things that I don't know about redstone, and it would just say everything in it. That's you'd open the book, you'd see the word everything. You're like, right, cool, job done, and that would be it. Just be a whole blank book full of, I know, like, this is everything I don't know about redstone. I don't know everything. I don't know anything about redstone. I'm just like, I literally am living on like a wing and a prayer here. I barely know like what I'm doing. As I said, I am just trusting the tutorials that I'm watching, and so far the ones from JC Plays have never gone wrong. I have not done these in creative. I have not practiced these beforehand. Obviously, if I do one in survival and it screws up and I don't understand why, and obviously I've followed the process the whole way through, step by step, every way, and like, and it's not a me problem, I would not know how to fix it. But look at it go! Like see, like with the flower farm when I first started doing that, and it started going off. Like, if you've not seen that, go watch my I can make myself flowers video. That's the one where I do the flower farm. But it's like, it just amazes me like how the mechanics work in this thing. Like, I still don't understand it. I don't know if that's a me brain thing, not being able to comprehend how the different components work together. Like, I get it's kind of like electricity, the redstone's kind of like wiring, and, you know, the repeaters and other stuff, or, you know, the mechanics of it. And, right, like, I get that those are meant, but I don't know, I still don't know how it's... Just do the thing the way it shows you in the video, and hopefully it'll all come together. You know, I love it when a plan comes together. That sort of thing. So, as you can see, guys, the kelp farm is plodding along quite nicely, and the kelp is going in and out pretty fast. And as you can see, we've got dry kelp coming out the bottom, so all seems to be hunky-dory and working fine. There's kelp grows like really fast, but I was actually kind of surprised as to how fast this machine was going, because as you can see, it's just like spouting out over and over and over and over again. And even considering how fast, like, you consider that kelp grows at a normal rate, without obviously using cheats increasing your tick speed, as you can see, it is producing a lot of kelp. And as you guys may know, you can use kelp as food and as fuel in Minecraft, as well as obviously using it to like build with or what have you. So if you have one of these farms, you could essentially have unlimited access to food and fuel, and just, you know, keep it going while you're there. You could leave it on an AFK, like go out for the day, come back, have masses and masses of kelp, and, you know, you'd be sorted. I mean, if you wanted to build, you know, a massive thing out of kelp, you could do that. If you wanted to eat it, although it's not great as a food source, it runs out really fast. But if you're doing like a survival island project, I'm pretty sure you would be able to build this in a sort of survival island scenario if you had obviously access to, like, if you're on an island surrounded by the ocean, and you have access to kelp. You could easily build this if you go like mining for some iron, get the hoppers, the chests, the pistons, and hopefully come into contact with some slimes if you're in, you know, the right biome or what have you. So it's definitely easily achievable and pumps out, you know, a lot of kelp as you go. I mean, look at it go. It just keeps blinking at night. And as you can see, those double chests at the top, those, as you can see, the kelp is starting to store in the hoppers because the smokers can only cook it so fast. So as you can see, it's already starting to build up, and it will be contained into the double chest, and then obviously the hoppers at the top if it starts to overflow, depending on obviously how long you leave it on. So let's take a little hop and a skip over here. As you can see, this redstone and lapis monstrosity right here. Let's just dive in here if I can get through the hole. Oh my god, this is terrible. But yeah, as you can see, this is where I grew my kelp before, and I don't know what I'm going to do with this bit now, if I'm just going to leave it there for the sake of I don't know what that word is. You know, for the sake of it being there, and you know, history, and oh, this was here and blah, blah. This became I might put a sign on it actually saying this became obsolete in, you know, April 2023, and then maybe put a sign on when I completed the kelp farm. I don't know yet. I don't know what I'm going to do, but as you can see, this is way much better than what I did over there, and this is one of the reasons why I am starting to come around to using more redstone contraptions, because they just work. They do the job. Obviously so far I have only worked on like little ones like the flower farm and the kelp farm, but I am going to continue to do stuff. I'm going to hopefully do a bamboo one in the Divergence SMP some point soon, so please look out for that. Please remember to like and subscribe, hit the bell if you want to see more, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.